Edinburgh Castle. The world-famous Edinburgh Castle may be found on a hill that rises in the city's heart. It doesn't matter where you travel in Edinburgh, the castle will always be there, majestically dominating the skyline and the rest of the city. Because of its popularity and long history, it receives hundreds of tourists every day who come to see its many sights. This castle is regarded as one of the most recognizable sights in all of Scotland. Since the beginning of time, it has been responsible for defining the spectacular landscape of the city. It is estimated that more than 2 million people flock to the castle every year, making it the most popular tourist attraction in the city. More than 350 million years ago, volcanic rock served as the foundation for the construction of the fortress. It is without a doubt the most spectacular castle, with a long and illustrious history as well as breathtaking vistas. Here are some things you should know before visiting Edinburgh Castle so that you may have the most enjoyable time there. A short history of Edinburgh Castle. In addition to its prominence as a well-liked tourist destination, Edinburgh Castle, which is among the oldest fortified locations in Europe, has a long and illustrious history and is still used by the armed forces to this day. The edifice initially appeared during the Iron Age as a hill fort and was afterwards built on what is today known as Castle Hill. Over the course of the subsequent years, the bastion has served as a major military organisation and has been captured and retaken on several occasions, especially during the Wars of Independence. The structure itself has developed and expanded throughout the years, and important components have been added to it. These include the historic cannon known as the Mons Meg, which was presented to King James II in the year 1457, and the half-moon battery that had been constructed following the Lang siege in the year 1573. Throughout its history, the castle has also served as a residence for a number of members of royal families. At 1093, Queen Margaret passed away in Edinburgh Castle, and the location was later honoured by the construction of St Margaret's Chapel. In the year 1566, Mary, Queen of Scots, got pregnant with James VI within the royal palace of the fortress. The honours of Scotland, which are the earliest crown jewels within England and then were made between the administrations of James IV and James V, are presently housed at Edinburgh Castle, that owing to its royal inheritance is the primary residence of the honours of Scotland. The Stone of Destiny, which was used to inaugurate kings and is now on exhibition in the Crown Room, should not be missed. Where to find the way? Due to the fact that it dominates the skyline of Edinburgh, it is impossible to overlook Edinburgh Castle. Because there is no open parking available at Edinburgh Castle, the most convenient method to get there is either by using the public transit system or by walking. The Waverley railway station is a short distance steeply away from the castle, as well as the Waverley Bridge stop is where Lothian buses make their stop right outside the terminal. Try to get a bus that stops either at the Mound or even the George IV Bridge, both of which are located in close proximity to the castle. If you are going to visit Edinburgh Castle, the best way to get there is to take the Edinburgh trams and get out at the Princes Street stop. On top of that, there are hop-on, hop-off bus trips that stop just in front of the castle. Although Edinburgh Castle is located on top of a hill, visitors may get there through the Edinburgh Castle Esplanade. That is a flat road with a very little incline and is thus accessible to those using wheelchairs and buggies. Blue badge holders have access to a small number of available parking spaces, which they are required to arrange beforehand. In the event that you do not possess a blue badge, you should hunt for the adjacent Castle Terrace NCP parking lot and make sure to verify your parking permit at the machine that is located across the drawbridge. Helpful hints for your trip. Because the opening times for Edinburgh Castle vary according to the time of year, it is important that you double-check the most up-to-date information online. It is advised that you allow yourself at least 2 hours, but it is preferable to give yourself more time in order to explore all of the sections and displays. On Christmas Day, Boxing Day and New Year's Day, the castle will be closed to the public. Be prepared to arrive at 1 o'clock in the afternoon whenever the 1 o'clock gun is launched every day, if you want to watch it go off. Visitors have the option of picking up a free copy of the castle's orientation map at the box office, or they may get one in advance by downloading it from the website. Using the map to plot out your travel path and choose the sites and activities you want to take in during your trip may be quite beneficial. Inside the castle, visitors are not permitted to bring suitcases or other big baggage due to safety concerns. Because there is no space on site to keep heavy objects, including strollers, it is recommended that you leave them at home if you do not want to carry them. You may make a reservation for a mobility vehicle that will take you to Crown Square. This vehicle is equipped to handle most wheelchairs, motorised wheelchairs and mobility scooters. For those individuals who have trouble moving about, we also have 2 manual wheelchairs that are provided on a first-come, first-served basis. Because of the slopes and the cobblestone streets, it may be difficult to reach some portions of the castle when using a wheelchair. 1. The Great Hall. Built in 1511 for King James IV, this Great Hall is among the locations to see in Edinburgh that exhibits the history of Middle Ages of Scotland. It also is the centre of the Edinburgh Castle, which makes it an important part of the castle. 2. The Royal Palace. The Royal Palace, which is well known for its ornate furnishings and extravagant decor, has been the dignified home of a number of the royal families of Scotland throughout the course of Scottish history. The Royal Palace has been an important part of the rule of a great number of monarchs, including Queen Mary of Guise, Mary Queen of Scots, King James VI and King Charles I, amongst others. 3. The Stone of Density. The Stone of Density is a prominent stone that represents the strength of the Scottish royalty. Many among Scotland's kings have spent their crowning day ahead of this stone. It is an emblem of the strength of the Scottish royal family. The Stone of Density, which can be found within the Royal Palace, is considered to be the most important historical artefact in Scotland. 4. St Margaret's Chapel. This building was erected in loving remembrance of Her Majesty Queen Margaret, perhaps by King David I, Queen Margaret's eldest son. The chapel was devoted to Her Majesty. The chapel was built in the year 1130, and nowadays it serves as a venue for marriages and other private rituals. 5. The mighty Mons Meg. It is known as the equipment that gave Scotland's armed services troops a technological advantage. It boasts the ability to fire a gunstone that weighs approximately 150 kilograms and can move up to 2 miles. This innovation is known as the invention that provided the state-of-the-art ballistics. 6. The Half Moon Battery. Originally intended for the blasters to tear down on the oncoming attackers, the Half Moon Battery now functions as one among the greatest vistas viewing the panoramic environment and was originally planned for the cannons to tear down on the incoming foes. This overlook, which can be found on the eastern flank of the fortress, provides spectacular vistas of the cityscape of the city. 7. The National War Museum. It was established inside of a building that had previously been used as a storehouse. This well-known museum allows visitors to explore the historical history of Scotland. This museum displays all that has been vital to the independence that Scotland enjoys today, from the rudimentary battle costumes to the letters written by troops from the many foreign camps they were stationed in. 8. The Scottish National War Memorial. It is a prominent war memorial that honours the departed spirits of soldiers and people who perished in both wars. The monument has intricate carvings, statues and murals that portray key incidents from the First Great War. Since it was first constructed in 1945, the monument has been in the centre of Scotland's tourist industry, where it proudly bears evidence to the high level of skill possessed by Scottish artists and artisans. 9. Regimental Museums. Themed after the obedient guardians of King Charles II, dubbed the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards, these regiments' galleries offers various museums within the grounds that visitors may experience on their guided trip. These museums are devoted to the faithful security personnel of King Charles II. There is the Royal Scots Gallery, the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards exhibition, as well as a number of other similar establishments. The old and new towns of Edinburgh together constitute a World Heritage Site within Edinburgh Castle, a national symbol of Scotland, located right inside them. It's the most popular paid attraction in all of Scotland and was just named the best heritage site in Britain by the British Travel Awards. Don't ever forget to visit. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell. This is Learning Canteen.